Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Community Works. I'm Bernadette Welsh, your host. Each one of our shows highlights a local nonprofit agency in our community. Our goal is to educate you, our viewers, about the great work that's going on all around us every day by local agencies and their supporters. When people help their neighbors, everybody benefits. The focus of today's show is, it's just so touching. It's called Operation Christmas Child. So even though it's not yet Christmas, we could still start thinking about it, can't we? So let's learn about Operation Christmas Child through the wonderful guests that I have with us today. I'd like to welcome Jody Festa, who is the area coordinator for a group called Samaritan's Purse.
That's right.
And Richard Pendred, who is our wonderful chairman coordinator person for Operation Christmas Child in our county. So welcome to you both.
Thank you. Thank you.
So glad that you're here. Okay, Jody, I'm going to start with you because a lot of people might not know about Samaritan's Purse.
Yep.
What is it?
So Samaritan's Purse is a non-denominational organization that helps people that are suffering in other countries due to war, famine, disease, any type of disaster. They've been around since 1970 and they're led by Franklin Graham. And Operation Christmas Child is actually one of their projects. And the Operation Christmas Child is an organization that fills shoebox gifts full of toys for children around the world.
Okay, thank you very much. And now, Rich, you're going to tell us all about a little bit more detail about Operation Christmas Child. Take it away.
Yeah, well, Operation Christmas Child has been around for over 30 years. Started out in 1993, and since 1993, we have collected, as an organization, over 209 million shoeboxes. And shoeboxes are going to kids all over the world this Christmas. So it's just an exciting thing. And being the Christmas person that I am,
yes,
this is a
you're
lot of fun
Santa
to
Claus.
do.
Okay, great. And I think we can see here, folks can see what some of the shoeboxes are like.
Yep.
So, Rich, what goes in a shoebox? How does it all happen? Tell us more. Give us more information.
The thing is that this is a box is packed by individuals. It's packed by churches. It's packed by businesses. So what it is, it's packed with love. It's packed with God's love inside the box. So what we do is you pack a shoebox filled with basic commodities, toiletries, small toys, and they are shipped to children all over the world at Christmas time. And they go to kids that this may be their first Christmas present they've ever received.
You were telling me that, Rich.
Yeah, and it's just so touching because you're impacting children's lives that you'll never ever meet. Their smiles that they get from these shoe boxes is absolutely tremendous, and it's a great way to just share God's love and actually be an impact player. So that's what it's all about. So there's things that you can put in the box. You can see here on the table.
Yeah,
we recommend you put a wow gift in it, something like a Barbie doll or a stuffed animal, maybe a small soccer ball, and they will go into these areas and bring them to kids that, like I said, who have never received a Christmas gift or a box, and impact them.
What are some of the countries that it goes to, Rich? Could you give us an idea? Is there certain areas that get these regularly every year?
There's over 170 countries.
170 countries, wow.
And just to name a few, and you can jump in here, Mongolia, Romania, there's some South Africa. Oh, Rich, help me out here.
South Asia, Africa, all over
South
the
America.
world. South America, yeah.
And then you were telling me too, some Indian reservations here in the United States also can receive shoebox gifts.
That's correct, yes.
Because it's so hard for people to understand that there are kids that don't get gifts.
That's right.
And this is all volunteers.
Yes,
this is
I
done by
love that.
volunteers all over the world. So it's people that are committed to impacting these children.
That's right.
Wonderful. And does the Samaritan Purse give financial support to Operation Christmas Child, or is it more logistical support that you give, or is it just, as you were telling me before, one of your many wonderful programs?
So Operation Christmas Child actually asks for a donation of $10 to help go towards all of the costs that it takes to ship the shoe boxes, and also some of the discipleship programs that they do offer for children and training. So
Wonderful.
it's really all by donations.
All by donations. Okay, that's why we're doing the program,
That's right.
We're doing the program.
That is right.
And it's basically what happens is when you go to package a box, there's a little envelope you can fill out. You pick and choose the age bracket that you want for the children.
Okay.
So you can do anywhere from 2-year-old all the way up to 15-year-old. And you pick the boy or girl, and that's how you build your box. And then there's a little envelope in there so you can make a donation to Operation Christmas Child. They recommend a $10 donation per box because it helps with the
Yes.
shipping cost and the handling costs of,
right.
of what they are. So
Yeah.
And if you wanted to also give other ways, and you don't have the opportunity to go out to shop for gifts, you can build a shoebox online.
Yep.
And building,
You can?
Yes,
Oh,
you
that's so
can.
cool.
Yes, and when you build a shoebox online, you get to pick out the items that you would like in the shoebox, and also personalize it with a personalized note. And another way that you can donate to is by going online to follow your shoebox. So you
Follow my shoebox?
can, that's right, follow your shoebox.
Like Santa Claus's sled?
That's
Yeah.
right. So you can, when you do your $10 donation and follow your shoebox, they'll send you an email and let you know which country your shoebox is going to.
That's super terrific. And I understand that you could put in a little note and that sometimes you get a thank you note back.
That's right.
Yeah.
Isn't that precious?
We've had several people personally in our church that have wrote letters, and the children have wrote back, and they usually will send a little picture about them, and it just touches your heart when you see that gift that they have received.
That's great. And then there was a question that I wanted to ask both of you. Does a child have to do anything or say anything or be anything special to receive a shoebox?
Absolutely not. This is a free gift. They do not need to do anything, just receive the free gift.
I love that. That's so important. It's just so very important. Okay, so now this does happen all over the United States, correct,
That's
Jody?
right.
So Rich is in charge of our local group here. He's our Santa Claus. But tell us, it does happen all over the United States, doesn't it?
That's right. In all 50 states and Puerto Rico, people will be packing shoe boxes. And during National Collection Week, which this year is November 13th through the 20th, you can go online to find a place that will accept your shoebox. And that's where you would drop it off before it goes to the processing centers, and from the processing centers then it will be shipped internationally. So yes, all over the United States there are many places that are going to be receiving your shoebox.
And they can, when they go online, they'll find this information.
Yes.
We'll talk more about
Yep.
the
Sure.
website, but yes, so people can figure this out.
That's right.
Because we all need help figuring things out, don't we?
Yes, we
That's
do.
right.
I know, I certainly do.
I do too.
Okay, so now my wonderful director is going to put up a little collage of pictures, and here it is, and we're looking at it now. So, Rich, help us out here. What are we looking at?
Well, I'm going to talk about up there in the top right, those two little people up there. I call them Mr. and Mrs. Shoebox. That was a special project that we did over at Cheshire Bible Chapel, where our collection site is. We built these mascots, if you will, and last year we asked our guests that were coming in and bringing shoeboxes to help us name them. And our church got involved, and we came up with the name of Leon and Noel.
Oh, how good, of course, Noel. We have to have a Noel.
That's right.
Noel backwards is Leon. So
Oh, no joke. Oh, I love it.
So
Oh,
that's
I love
Mr. and Mrs. Shoebox, and that's our Cheshire Bible Chapel mascot. And then at Cheshire Bible Chapel, not only do we collect shoeboxes from individuals, I organize a packing party. And what I do is I go out in the months before November, and I will go to businesses and put out little boxes, wrap them up in paper, and they're like they can take their employees or their staff and put things in there like you see here, and then I'll go back and pick those boxes up, and then I use that stuff for our packing party, which you see right there. You got all that Charlie Brown and Linus toys there. That's from a packing party. And then there's a picture up there in the center with some people at our packing party filling some shoe boxes, and we we look for volunteers for that. So if people
Oh.
would like to volunteer
Yeah.
to be a part of that packing party, they're welcome to contact us, and our contact information will be here in the end. As well as if you'd like to put a box in your office, and we can come and do a drop-off box, and we pick it up, so you don't have to deliver it to us and all that.
Wow, that's very nice.
And then, so that's just how we kind of build it. And then we have National Collection Week that comes along. So that is the week of the 13th through the 22nd. And what people will do is they bring their boxes to Cheshire Bible Chapel, which is a drop-off center for us.
For our local, for
Yep,
our local,
for local,
our local
right?
people.
And then there's several locations around the state, but the local one here would be the Cheshire one,
Right, right.
which I know you visit.
I know, because I've done a shoebox. I'm going to do another one.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's great. And we saw a picture of the van, and we saw
Yep.
all those great things. So
Yep.
thank you for letting us
No problem.
know, because pictures tell so many,
Yep.
so many things.
Yep.
And what I saw in those pictures was a whole lot of love.
Yep.
I
Happy
did.
people, yeah.
Although the happy face thing, not going to crack me up. That is too cool. Okay, so we've been talking around how people can get involved, but let's spell it out. So, one, they can.
Pack a shoebox.
Two, they can volunteer.
They can volunteer.
They can volunteer during National Collection Week, which is always the third week of November.
Yep.
They can volunteer at a processing center. And what a processing center is, we did have a picture of a processing center, is where after all of the shoe boxes are collected, they go there and they get carefully inspected by volunteers to make sure that there aren't any items in the shoebox that shouldn't be in there, such as toothpaste.
Yeah, we were talking about toothpaste. Jody, explain why toothpaste is a problem.
So toothpaste is a problem because it has an expiration date on it, and if the expiration date is passed when the shoebox goes into customs at another country, then the people have to take the time to inspect every single shoebox in every single carton in that big giant shipping container. So it holds up children from receiving the shoe boxes. So we asked no toothpaste and no liquids, no candy, no food related items, those sort of things. So we do need to make sure that those things aren't in the shoe boxes. So the inspectors will keep the integrity of a box and just look for things that shouldn't be in there. Because sometimes people have good intentions and they want to make sure that the kids get what they need, but sometimes things slip past.
For sure,
So-
sure. So that's important.
Yes.
It's very important to know. So volunteers to do that.
Volunteers to do that. We also need volunteers year round.
Oh, tell us
That's right.
about that.
So as an area coordinator, I am always looking for volunteers to join our team, and part of that is to help promote Operation Christmas Child throughout the year. So I am in need of prayer team warriors, I'm in need of logistics people, anybody that is very organized, has a heart for children, and wants to be part of a service. I definitely would love for someone to join our area team. You can do that by going onto the website.
Right, we're going to talk about that.
That's right.
True. That's true. And if somebody just says, I guess I want to make a donation, they can make a donation, right?
That's right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm sure
On the
website.
website,
On the
yes.
website. Yes. Okay. Very good. Okay. So good. So you need volunteers, and you need help, and we need money, and we need shoe boxes. We need so many stuff, but it's all for little kids.
That's
I mean, how
right.
can we go wrong with these to little kids? Okay. So, Rich, you were telling me that you do other kind of fundraising during the year.
Yeah, the cat's out of the bag.
Oh, boy. Tell us what you do. Tell us why it's so important, and tell us what the money that and goods you get go for. Tell us all about it.
Well, as you can tell, Bernadette, and I absolutely love the Christmas season. So
Yes, you do.
This shoebox project of Operation Christmas Child, it runs all the way up until just before Thanksgiving. And when it ends, I start for next year. Usually the day after, I'm thinking about next year. So what I do is during the Christmas season, I will dress up as Santa Claus and visit businesses, homes, Christmas parties.
I love it.
And I will go in and visit with them, and they do not have to pay me. All I ask is they give me a donation so that I can use that to buy more stuff for our packing party next year.
Nice.
So they're not making a donation to Operation Christmas Child. They're making a donation to our area drop-off center here Cheshire. That
And that's very important too,
Yeah.
because you can't imagine to do all the great work that you do only in a couple of weeks.
That's right.
And it takes a whole lot more than a couple of weeks
That's right.
and
to pull
it
this
just
off.
gives me the opportunity to bring joy to kids at
Yes.
Christmas, see those faces, and help other kids at the same time.
For sure.
So it's I'm double dipping. It's
Yes, you are. You are totally living. It's
great.
And Rich, I know this is kind of. Tell us, please, the story that you told me before the show about the oldest kid with the pencil. But tell everybody the pencil story, please. I love it.
We have speakers that will come and visit our church through, usually once a year, and you can get them at different locations, but we get one at Cheshire every year. And it's somebody that received a shoebox. And last year we had a young man, he was from South Asia, and he received in his shoebox a package of pencils. And, there's 10, 15 pencils in a box. He was so ecstatic that he received those pencils because in their family, they had one pencil. And they had to share it between three. And he was the youngest. So the older brother, he got the full pencil. The sister got the half pencil. And he got the stub.
Oh, he got the stuff. Oh, good.
So when he
Wow.
received that box, that was what was the most exciting thing to him, that somebody loved him enough to give him a package of pencils.
And it had the pencils in
And
it.
the
See,
pencil.
we forget in our privileged country how children in other countries do not have things that we take for granted. Every day, a pencil? You go and look in the junk drawer and you've got a million of them, right? And we just don't think about that. So I'm so glad I got you to tell that story because I love that story. That's so great. Okay, so now let's take a look at that website. My wonderful director is going to put up a screen. There it is. I love all the information on there. Folks, take turns. Tell us what we're looking at.
Absolutely. So on the screen, you can see that it has the website, operationchristmaschild.org. And I'll let you do the rest.
Yeah, and Cheshire Bible Chapel is the drop-off center that my wife and I run here in Cheshire, Connecticut. It's at 1103 Waterbury Road, Cheshire, Connecticut. If you want to find out more details on our hours, you can find that on the Operation Christmas Child website, or you can call us at 203-271-0183.
And you might answer the phone, or it might go to a voice
It might go to a
messaging
voicemail, and then I'll call you
system,
back.
And call you back. Okay, it's great. And again, tell us what is on the website.
Sure.
What exactly will folks see? I mean, we looked at it earlier, but could you reiterate what
Sure.
people will see?
Absolutely. So when you go onto the website, you will find on there right now the dates for National Collection Week. You will find ways to donate. There are links to go to on how to pack a shoebox, to build a shoebox online, how to get involved, and really just more information about Operation Christmas Child.
For sure. That's super. Go
That's
ahead.
right. Well, also on there, it will give you a list of items that are great to pack in your shoebox. It'll give you a list of items that you should not pack in your shoebox. But definitely, there on the website has a lot of good information on how to bless children.
Oh, how to bless children. I love it.
And there's also, I should mention, there's an event page, so that if they
Yes.
want to go and look and see where a child is going to be that received one of these boxes is going to come and talk about the impact that box
right.
made on him,
And
they
it's
can
called
find that.
and the event page.
Event page.
Event page.
That's right.
Cool. So if
Thanks
that
for
is
saying that,
No
Rich,
problem.
because there are quite a few events that are coming up, so definitely take a look at that. And so, some of the events are a speaker tour, and a speaker tour is actually somebody that received a shoebox as a child, and they come to your church or your community and talk about how that changed their life. It's a very, very good impact of a story to listen to. And then other things on there are project leader workshops,
Yes.
where if you would like to have a packing party like Rich was talking about earlier, you can go on there and learn how to be a packing party for either your church organization or your community organization, because we have a lot of different community groups that participate, such as Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, oh goodness, some of the other clubs.
Yeah, the Kiwanis, the Elks Club.
That's right. Yes, and even school groups will participate in packing shoe boxes.
I think that's great because people we have this wonderful tool called a website.
That's right.
This electronic thing, and if people take advantage of that, they're going to learn everything they need to know. Plus, of course, they're listening to us, and so they're learning all the wonderful things right now. But they might forget, so they have to go to the website and pick it all up again.
That's
so that's just super great. That's super great. Oh my goodness, I love this stuff. Okay, so. We were talking before the show that a child might have a difficult time learning when they don't feel loved.
Yes.
How does Operation Christmas Child address that?
Well, I think that Operation Christmas Child addresses it by using these the shoe boxes as a tool to just show them that God loves them and has not forgotten about them. And when you receive that free gift, you feel special, you feel loved, and it's really important that children feel loved. I can remember hearing a story from somebody that did receive a shoebox, and the most important piece of that shoebox was actually a little piece of paper that said, "God loves you, and so do I." So that child felt like somebody around the world took time out to shop for items specifically for that child and loved him so much to give it to him.
For sure. And what about that red ribbon story there, Rich?
Well, that was quite impressive because when I started out doing this 10, 12 years ago, I was at an event where they had a speaker, and the girl was from Romania. And she said that what she was looking for in her box was, she said, if I could just get hair ribbons so I could feel pretty. And if that don't pull on your heart,
then you're not alive.
Exactly.
And what did she get in her box? Red hair ribbons.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
Isn't this just incredible? Because it goes back to, yes, we need food, we need shelter, we need clothes. Of course, we do. But that psychological piece, that spiritual piece of love and acceptance to allow a child to grow, to be just a good person. Because how can you love somebody else if you don't love yourself?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And if we don't start with our children showing them love, how can they learn it?
That's right.
It's something that needs to be learned.
That's right.
Wow, I'm just having a great time with this. It's just amazing. Oh, here it is again.
That's right.
That Cheshire Bible Chapel is right here in Cheshire, local to the New Haven County.
That's right.
You can call that number and ask your questions. You can go on the website and get answers to your questions. We're just so very excited. I'm so excited. I've got my shoebox already, and it's not as pretty as this, but I think, Rich, you'll take it. You'll take it. I might have to get some I'll get wrapping for it. I'll make it more pretty this year, and put things in and remember what to put in and what not to put in.
If you wrap it, make sure that you wrap the top separately from the bottom.
Okay,
So
that's
you can get
right.
in there and inspect it.
So that's right, because the top has to be able to be opened.
That's right.
So you can't completely enclose it like you would for a package.
Correct.
With a ribbon and a bow.
And if they want to get these boxes, they can get these on the website. There's the cardboard, and then there's the plastic. And the plastic is good because in some locations, the children can use that to carry water in and other things.
Oh, it's reusable.
Yes.
It's reusable. I like the idea of the plastic one, and I didn't even think of that.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
on the
for
website,
sure.
there's a place that you can purchase those things too.
Okay, that is really super terrific.
Right.
Is there anything else we want to talk about for Operation Christmas Child? I mean, Rich, why did you get involved?
Well, once you look into this ministry and this project and you see what it's all about, you will be touched and you will be moved. It's an amazing ministry. It's an amazing project. You can impact a child in the world that you'll never meet. Their eyes light up. They're excited. This is their first Christmas gift. This is a chance for somebody to say, I love you with a shoebox.
Yeah.
I can't do that sitting here in Cheshire, but I can do that through the world by that little shoebox.
And that's why it meant something to you and your wife to get involved in
And
the
then
ministry.
when we collect, we go out and collect as many shoeboxes as we can, right? It only takes one shoebox to impact a child. But when we send out 209 million since 1993. That's a lot of
Wow.
children
right.
that are impacted, and that's what it's about: it's impacting children, showing God's love.
For sure.
And it creates a ripple effect because you're not just impacting the child, but you're impacting the child's family, and it goes out into the community, and then even greater than that. And I love Operation Christmas Child because just seeing the joy on the children's faces when you watch those videos of them receiving a shoebox, it brings tears to your eyes because you can see how it's physically touching them and how much they just light up and get excited about receiving a gift.
And is that why you got involved? Is
is.
this part of what your career path, that you wanted to be in an organization that impacted children?
Absolutely. I definitely wanted to volunteer and serve in a way that I could help children out.
Sure.
Yeah.
That is wonderful. Yeah. Well, I think we've just about covered everything that we wanted to cover, and I'm so glad that you folks were able to be with me today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Yes.
We are going to we're going to close with one of those videos that we've been chitter-chattering about for the past half hour, and I think you're going to love it. It will follow my saying goodbye to Jody and Rich and thanking you so much for your time. And I'm going to ask everybody to think about getting involved in a project that impacts children. If this doesn't touch your heart, which I can't imagine that it wouldn't, but if it doesn't, find a way to impact a child's life with a loving, consistent gift. It's just the best thing you'll ever do. You'll be improved more than you think you will. So I'm Bernadette Welsh for Community Works, for Rich and Jody with Operation Christmas Child. Thank you. And don't go away. We're going to show you that video, but we'll see you again real soon. And remember, when people help their neighbors, everybody benefits.
This is an explosion of happiness.
These kids are so excited because they are receiving toys for the very first time.
Who doesn't want a gift? Who doesn't want a present?
It shows them that out there are people who really care about you.
You've got an army of volunteers that pack the boxes.
Our volunteers for Operation Christmas Child, I believe, are the lifeline of this project.
To think that we can be part of something that's going to reach over 10 million kids this year, that's exciting.
When the box ends into the hands of a child, that is not the end.
The big impact at the end of the day is lives that are changed. It's my prayer that God will use you to tell others about His Son, Jesus Christ.
Operation Christmas Child is creating a ripple that's going around the globe.
So it started with a box, and it's ending with communities and countries being changed.
You know, these boxes are like a candle. It's a little bit of light that you take into a dark part of the world, and it makes a difference.
Thank you. Very good.
We want the children of the world to know that there is a God. He loves them.